Instagram. Take a few minutes. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your boy JP Justice. We are ready for another table talk with the Kings. The Kings are here. Hold on. Black Kings table talk.
Yeah, I thought she was going to do Black Kings of Table Talk, but it's good.
The Black Kings Table Talk. You know, the.
Did I put the?
No, I don't think you need the. But it's Black Kings Table Talk. But I thought you originally when I saw it, I thought it was Black Kings of Table Talk.
And we are now live on Instagram. And finally, let's go live on all our JP Justice. We are. Oh. Copy. And we are now. Let's go live on. Come on. Where's the desktop? What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy JP Justice. I want to thank y'all for hanging out. You know what it is. You know what time it is. It is time for another edition of all Black Kings Table Talk. Why do I mess up, right? Why do I mess up? I have no idea. Why do I mess up? Black Kings Table Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking a few seconds real quick to share it with your friends. Do us a favor and share it with your people too. Let's have some outstanding numbers. We've been doing good so far, man. You know, I love the fact when you guys come up to me and ask me about the brothers out of town. Thank you for inquiring about the brothers out of town. They're here with us. You are here with us. So we are going to have some fun. Hold on. Season 2. So 10. Halloween special. Oh, happy Halloween. I don't know if you guys celebrate Halloween, but you know.
All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, people don't realize.
I had some fun memories of Halloween though, man. You know, some stuff, you know.
That's a good time last night. Halloween party last night was crazy.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you know, stuff that we used to do, you know, today would be called, you know, acts of terrorism, you know, egging houses and, you know, lighting paper bags of dog poop on fire and then, you know, running from the house, you know.
You used to do that kind of stuff?
Stringing up the neighbor's yard.
Hey, it's your boy JP. What's up, Denise? Denise is already in the building. I want to thank my people on Instagram. Okay, Instagram seems to be lighting up that fast. What up, y'all?
Hey,
our brother John O is in the text as well, and we also going to be joined by our other brother Ike Buzz. So we got 2 in text, and we hanging out with the crew, and everybody's going to introduce themselves. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a great day. I got a funny feeling this is gonna be a great show. You know why? Because, and let me tell you why, and I'm only fucking with you when I say this. I'm only fucking with you when I'm saying this, because I told you I was gonna instigate it. Ladies and gentlemen, today's we're gonna have a great show because Ike Buzz ain't here for 2 weeks in a goddamn row. Get dropping.
Oh, I gotta do my man Buzz like that.
Doing dirty like that. That's how I'm doing it. I'm doing it dirty. I'm on the joke. Ike Buzz is in the comments. And our man John O is in the comments. Thank y'all for hanging out with us, brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, before we even get started, let me introduce our team and our brothers and see who's here. This is one of the reasons why I have so many guys on the table talk, because some nights we may not get everybody. If we ever get everybody at one time, that will be a chaotic show. But ladies and gentlemen, we are here with definitely a crew of the Kings, and let the Kings go ahead and talk about who they are and what's going on with their week. Start off with you, my guy. What's going on right next to me?
All right, what's up? Yeah, man, busy week. More campaigning, more intimidation, or at least they try to intimidate and not tell the truth. Adventures in fatherhood and oh my God, and adventures in dating. That can be crazy too.
You want to talk? But first of all, you didn't tell them who you were. You just jumped right into it.
Oh yeah, because I be trying not to give out my government like that. But so I'm running for vice president.
Who are you? You didn't even introduce your name. Like you just.
I'm sorry, y'all. My name is Black Words the Poet. All right,
Black Words.
I'm running for vice president of the local TWU Local 100.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And campaigning can be feverish.
Our candidate, what do you call him, Warren? Not our candidate, our
candidate.
Yeah.
No, but we're not. Yeah, but he's our. Oh, he's running for office. Goddamn it! This is close. We got president. Closest we got for president. Also in the building. Let them know who else is in the building, brother.
This is Juan, aka one of my other AKAs, Dexter Saint Jacques. That's
if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
No, you know exactly.
No, you know.
But this just just been one of those weeks. Gas prices looking like GPA. Looking like GPA grades, man. We get some academic probation. GPA or something, some academic probation GPA. Like, damn.
Usually I put $45 in my car and I can get like 3/4 of a tank. I put $45 in my car and it just got to the halfway tank part. I was like, halfway done. I was like, it's a lot, bro.
Yo, let me tell you something. Thank you, Denise. Let me tell you something. I filled up the other day at the BP. $72 and change. Fill up my truck. Yeah.
Do you
man?
Are you dropping your dates off at home? Are you driving them home, or are you driving them to the train station?
No, I'm driving all the way into work, but I don't be trying to do a whole lot of driving outside of that. And every now and then, if I go on a date, I try to get her to drive.
Yo, listen. If I was single, bro, this that time when you got to tell her, listen. I'll meet you at the place.
Yeah, man, and these days, and I know today's Halloween and all that, but all y'all ladies out there that slutty nurses, we got a nursing shortage right now. We may need some of y'all slutty nurses to come and pick up some extra shifts. I'm just saying, shortage out here. Walk around here.
Yeah, let's talk about that though. The nurses thing.
Well, first off, Halloween, fellas, how y'all do y'all Halloween? Because we wasn't online when we talked about this a second ago. How y'all treat y'all Halloween? How y'all remember your Halloween? And what did you do? Did you do anything? Because let me tell you this: if you celebrating Halloween today, if you going out, if you putting on that goblin mask today on the Lord's Day, you have wrote yourself a check to hell, and God's going to remember. God is going to remember that you celebrated Halloween
or Hallows Eve.
Yeah. Hallows Eve on this day. You can rest assured that that's going to be a strike against you. It's time to go talk to the man at the heavenly gate. What do you remember Halloween as?
Man, we had a good time, man. Like Long Island, man, those people, they believe in patronizing to the kids and stuff like that, man. It was a lot of jokes, man. It was fun, man. It was great. It was a great atmosphere for my daughter to grow up in and be able to knock on doors and always get treats and everybody dressed up and stuff. I think it was great for them out here, man, because I know in the city, in some places I come from, it wasn't like that. So,
let me tell you what I'm gonna fight Pretty Rude. She's calling me Sunflower over here. What up, Instagram? What about you, Juan? Before I go into mine, because I definitely got a story to tell.
Well, I had my sons over for this weekend, so we went to a corn maze place they had like up in the country little area. Where you run through and there's little it's like a hide and seek kind of thing, like you come into a certain station and make sure you punch out at the station, make sure you made it. It's about 5 miles worth of corn stalks. I was kind of nervous because children of corn, that was but it was all good though. We had a good time and stuff. My other son, he was like, well, Dad, I'm getting a little too old for Halloween. I don't know if I should do the Halloween stuff anymore.
How old is he?
But he's 9 going on 10.
And he too old? Shit. The best part was getting that big
man. My daughter's 16 still trying to dress up, man. I'm like, listen, when we gonna let this go?
Well, let me tell you what's going on here in the city. I don't know if this is going on where y'all live at, because y'all live in the burbs. Remember back in the days when they would tell you, watch the candy, because people are putting razor blades in the candy.
Remember that? Yep.
Remember that? Yeah, remember that?
Well, let me tell you how times have changed, bro. These weed heads,
I already know it's going.
Have changed the candy wrappers to look identical to famous candies, cookies and all that stuff, but they're cannabis. And they're giving them out to kids.
Oh my!
Listen to this.
I knew it.
it only takes five of an edible. It only takes 5 milligrams to, but the combined milligrams per bag was 600.
Sheesh.
And giving them to kids, man.
That's
That's
wild.
high as hell.
Yeah, kids are, no, at that point, it's not even high no more. Like, that's troublesome. Like, that's and a little kid, that's probably like sending this off the roof. You know what I'm saying? So kids nowadays have to watch out for the edibles. Please, man, if you one of them weirdos and one of them real foul people that's putting edibles in kids' candy bags,
you need to be shot.
You need to be shot, bro. And I'm
the worst I probably do is, I get roast some Brussels sprouts, dip them in chocolate, and then hey, happy Halloween, and they bite.
You want to know what I used to do? I used to go to Top Tomato. They don't even have Top Tomato no more. And they would sell chicken feet, like a big old bucket of chicken feet. I would buy the chicken feet and throw them at the kids. I did that like for 2 years, and to hear the terror in the kids' face, that was my shit for 2 years. Shout out to Noble Avenue story over there where I used to throw chicken feet at the kids.
Yo, I saw this funny thing. I saw this funny set of pictures. I guess it was a little walk thing for the kids, a pumpkin patch for the kids to walk through, and somebody was dressed up as Freddy Krueger. And he was chasing after the kids, and they take snapshots of the kids running from Freddy Krueger. You see the faces of terror, like crazy. The funniest one out the picture was this one little girl. I guess she was cool with Freddy because she put on his hat and everything, was posing like.
Oh, I saw that one. And he gave him a hug.
Yeah,
I seen that. I never watched horror movies. Like I stopped watching. My last horror movie, and it ain't even really a horror movie, was Sixth Sense.
Oh, okay.
And that wasn't really even a horror.
No.
But literally, that was the last horror movie that I sat down and watched. I have not watched a horror movie since. Like
I saw one yesterday.
If I walk past and it's a clip of something on, and I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all like horrors? And what's the last horror you saw?
Love them. Watched one yesterday. This joint called Antlers. It's in the theater now. I've been waiting for that. It lived up to the hype. And I'm a dude that's like if you take a scene and you put it in a movie, I can tell you, oh, they got that from this movie. That's how bad I am with it. I'm like Ike Buzz with hip hop when it comes to horror movies. You know what I'm saying? Like that's me.
You like horror like that?
Love it. I go through the there's a what you call house in Brooklyn.
What?
You can walk through and get scared to death. There's a what do you call it? Spooky house or whatever in Brooklyn. You can walk through and stuff like that and everything. I do all that. Listen, if they did the zombie run again in Central Park, I'd do it.
Look, that's every house in Brownsville. That ain't no special. What's the last horror movie you saw, War?
Last horror movie I saw. Dang, I can't think of the last horror movie. So, I mean, I watch horror movies. I haven't watched them that much because the wife, she's not into them like that. So, but I mean, one of the horror movies that I probably say that they don't really necessarily scare me because I'm one of those people like, yeah, I know what's gonna happen right here. This is what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. I don't even really be tripping. But probably the last horror movie I say that probably was a trip for me was the Conjuring Ii, the one where they went to England or whatever.
That was good. No, that was good.
Yeah, I saw that one in the movies, and I was like, this one's pretty trippy. I was like, damn.
You don't think that tampers with your mind? Like you don't think like do you? Okay, I know it's all Hollywood, but you don't think that like there's a piece of that that's real or that there could be some type of remnants of that?
Yeah, loosely based on true events and all that.
I say one instance, right? Okay, right.
You ain't pee yourself, did you, War? You ain't gonna tell us that you peed yourself.
Nah. This is back in the day. Remember when The Ring came out? All right. So I went to go see The Ring with my ex-wife my then ex-wife at the time, right? So we went to go see The Ring. And okay, I saw it. Yeah, it was cool, whatever. So then later on that week, we had a little, get together at the house party. Her cousins and stuff was hanging out. And one of her cousins, she was drunk as hell. She just drank herself. She was drunk, stupid, and fell asleep on the couch or whatever. So we went back in the room. She fell asleep on the couch. We went back in the room. We went to bed, right? And you know how back in the day when you was watching TV and then you get that gray screen or whatever, that the gray screen TV or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I happened to wake up. I heard some moaning, like, and I looked and I saw somebody crawling on the floor, and she had long hair that was over her face like this, and she's crawling on the floor. She must have threw up or something. She climbing on the bed, someone help me. And I saw the gray screen TV or whatever. I freaked the hell out. I was thinking of the ring. That was it.
I would know that wasn't real, but if I was been in that situation, I'd have been like you, and I'd have been like, no, Trick, you got to get up out of this room. Obviously, this Conjuring wants you. You got to get up out.
I ain't see the ring after that since. So
I accidentally. It's funny you say the ring. I accidentally saw a clip of the ring when I was doing a military base. I was doing comedy on a military base out in Japan. And from the where the movie was being housed at to where I slept at had to be about quarter of a mile, like walk on the base by itself in Japan, and it was dark, like it was just like a light here and there as I was. Man, listen, bro, that was the scariest 15-minute walk of my life. Hear me? I was sweating. Nah, no more. I'm good. I don't like horror movies. All right.
No. I thought about the horror movie I saw recently. The new Candyman joint.
That was terrible.
It was all right. I mean, I get with some of the stuff. I know it wasn't gonna be like I wasn't trying to look at it like the original was and piece it off that. I try to go into it with a fresh perspective. Okay, this is a new era, new director, that kind of thing. I mean, it has some cool moments, but it was okay. It was all right.
Yeah,
it ain't nothing to blast about like most of the other people was, but
Well, you want to check it out.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
Try to get some black ones.
Yeah, get some in black. Get them in black.
Yeah. Well, she didn't have black right now, stuff like that. So the next batch I'm gonna have to do black one and stuff. So I just gotta get the okay from y'all. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, for all you people that couldn't see it on Instagram and everybody that's checked in on with us on iTunes, we have Black Kings Table Talk merchandise.
That's right. Merch. And I got somebody to do the weed trays. I got somebody to do the mugs.
Yeah, we got merch. God damn it! We'll be putting that up later. We got to talk about that, and then we definitely gonna put that up later. So definitely go and support the Kings at the table. Your money kindly goes to our addictions, whatever our addictions are.
Drug-free America. Get your drugs.
No, it doesn't have to be drugs. Like we could be addicted to other things. Like I remember at one point I was really addicted to sex. Like I was addicted to different partners in sex. I needed to have a different woman. You know what I'm saying? So you can have food addiction. You can have addiction to TV. So
video games.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Shout out. So when you buy a T-shirt, you're helping our addictions.
That's right.
A lot in the news this week, man. I don't even want to talk about this Dave Chappelle stuff no more, but it is rearing its head, and listen, it's still strong today as it was 3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Like people are still wilding out. Like he had put that threat out. Am I canceled? Y'all did see that, right?
No, I see that.
You didn't see the video, Black?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I saw something that you posted where it was like his response to them,
right.
but
right. And at the end of it, he put, I got one question to ask. Am I canceled? And he just took the mic down. And the LGBT community came out and said, he's taunting us.
Oh God! This is what I. If y'all want to be included, then you gotta be included in the comedy too. You got to be included in when we play in the dozens and every damn thing else. Like you can't be exempt. You can't be. Or you want to talk about inclusion, but yet being exempt when it comes to certain things.
Yeah,
that's like
that's my thing. That's my thing with it. Y'all don't want inclusion. Y'all want special treatment. There's a difference.
Right.
If you want special treatment, just say you want special treatment.
Right.
But no, if you're saying here you want inclusion, you all about inclusion. You want to be accepted. You gotta accept the good and the bad.
Everything that come with
on. And my thing is, and you know what, and my thing, and then and what I don't like is hypocrisy. out of that movie. Like, for instance, prime example, right? A couple of weeks ago, there was a transgender woman came into a spa full of women. There's women in the spa, so this transgender, woman came in there, legs all open, everything. All the women, freaked out. They ran out of there, and they was like, "Yo, there's a man in there. He's all, he looked like a woman, but that's a man. His stuff is hanging out. We got little girls in there and all this stuff." So all the transgender community members came out there, and they was all like, protesting, saying, "Y'all not supporting us," and all this other stuff. Come to find out, the transgender guy that went in there, he's a registered sex offender. He's been doing this for years, going into public places and flashing himself, and he's on the sex offender list. I ain't hear a peep out of them. You ain't hear a peep out of them say, "Oh, yo, that's wrong," or whatever he did. Nothing. So come on.
And they won't. They won't. They definitely won't. What about the transgender boxer who got in the ring with a woman?
Oh no!
And look, and gave this
the MMA fight. You talking about the MMA fighter? I saw the MMA fighter.
Is that the one which he gave her the hairline fracture in her skull?
Yeah. Come on, man.
He used to be a special forces or something like that. Then he trained.
Oh no! That's the basketball player. That's the basketball.
This is a different one. Oh, this is a different one. Yeah, this is another one. Yeah, transgender female. He was in special forces or something like that. And he transgender to a female, and he got into an MMA ring. And see, this was crazy, right? So the female MMA fighter, you could tell she had some skill or whatever, because she was fighting back, with kicks, skills, elbows, and all this stuff. But the transgender female was usually just brute strength,
just too strong.
With no real
technique.
skill,
no
technique, no nothing, and caused that hairline fracture. Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Do you think? Okay, here's a question. I'm sorry, fellas. We going off topic, but I just gotta say this. Here in what we call Yuppieville, Manhattan, 90-something Street and 2nd Avenue.
Okay.
So we there was a robber about 2-3 years ago. There was a robber going around catching women coming home from clubs 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, catching them before they going home, hitting them, beating on them, and taking their purses. That was his crime. His crime was that he was in the city catching people, women, and taking their purses. And here go those are white women over there. Here go the black sisters when the black sisters, he would have never done. You crazy? And I would have did. And I'm sitting there going, did you hear his job description? Like his job description is to knock you women out. And he hasn't gotten fired yet. So evidently he's doing his job. You crazy? You ain't gonna never. I wish he would hit me. That's not what you want. You don't want that.
You've been laid out just like the rest of them.
Laid out like the rest. Laid flat.
I remember Serena.
Hanging off.
Serena Williams was on the late night talk show, and they asked her, "Well, how do you think you'd match up with the guys in tennis with him?" She said, "Hell no, I would get beat. You guys are bigger, stronger, bigger muscles and stuff like that. I would not want to play tennis up against a guy. That's crazy."
There you go. So let's try this out. Come in the comments and let us know what you think. Should transgender females? Do you call them transgender females or transgender males?
Transgendered females. Transgendered males are women that turn into men.
Okay, so transgendered females, should they be able to participate in all female sports, or should there be now a category for transgenders? Is there anything wrong with that? Look at Black's face.
Put that
Black, hey, Black, we just pissed you off just now?
Yeah, I swear to God.
He was like this.
Listen, okay, I'm no doctor, but I know that if a man transitions to a woman, I know that there are hormones that have to be taken so that he can, I guess, start to develop breasts and stuff like that. And then some of them get breast implants anyway, but then they will start, developing hips and, things of that nature. I don't know what they do about this big ass head, but, some of them are kind of small anyway, huh?
No, a man's skull is bigger than a woman's skull.
Yeah. You know, and you know, our features, we got, you know, masculine features in the shape and form of our skulls. So it's just like, why do you think they can tell if they find some remains somewhere, they can tell whether or not it was a man or a woman? Mm-hmm. You know, they can tell that by looking at the skull and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, well,
but
yeah, well, Black Bourgeois, what you're talking about too is that brings up a point, because yes, you can take all the hormone replacement therapy all you want, but still, if you reach puberty as a man, you see your bone structure is still denser, your muscles are still larger, your lung capacity is still larger, so you still have your physiology is still that of a man at the end of the day. So and you competing against full blown women, like come on. And then and if you even look at the stats in sports, right? There was this transgender female cyclist who was she was in the women's side. She was in the top 10, you know, smoking the ladies. But and then on the flip side of it, transgendered men that tried to compete in men's sports couldn't compete in the bottom 100.
Couldn't do it. No.
So do it. Yes, the hormone replacement thing, that's nothing.
So in other words,
and with sports, everything is a game of inches. Everything in sports, a game of inches. You talking about inches? Yeah, I ain't talking about that kind of sport. That's a different
yeah, I got you. Pause.
You know, y'all got me doing that because I used to never do that, man. I swear to God. Hey, now you say a word, it's like.
That's a healthy thing, man. Don't let them listen. Drop bombs for pause, goddamn it. It's a healthy thing to acknowledge that you don't want that on you like that. Yeah, I agree, brothers. I definitely agree. And Lorraine is so
millions of dollars. You know, I'm talking about millions of dollars in
Lorraine's so damn
endorsements
tough.
and stuff. You know,
Lorraine is so damn tough. What up, Madam Butterfly? What up, Stage John?
Hey, now look at Buzz's comment right here. Now look at this. He says, used to be men shouldn't compete against women, but used to be women should compete against men, all about equality. Like, listen, if they were just allowed to compete in all the women's sports, the women wouldn't win nothing anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. It would be men who would just reign in men's sports and women's sports. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And then that's not fair.
I'm a firm believer that categorizations in everything needs to happen so everybody can have full representation of who they are. I love the categories in the Grammys and in the American Music Awards. I love those categories because if you put black music up against white music, black music will never get the accolades that it gets. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be reggae, whether it be soul, whether it be hip hop, whatever it is, they'll never get what the white people will get. You know what I'm saying?
And so even though they take from us and they're inspired by our music, you know. But go ahead. Yeah.
But, of course, definitely that. But I'm fully into the categorizing of people so that people can get full-blown accolades for what it is they do. Don't get me wrong. If you put transgenders up against transgenders, there's going to be one elite. There's going to be one strong one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna watch it. Ain't nobody gonna watch it.
You don't think so?
Nope. Nobody's gonna watch it.
I would be interested in watching transgender basketball. See these titties dunking?
Oh my God.
Because you ain't never seen no woman dunk like that in WNBA.
Yeah. And then, like, if they transgender, do they have to be like all the way? Do they have to be fully like snipped? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Look, people said people will watch. Yeah, I think people will watch. Yeah.
And that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad because look at the ratings for the WNBA versus NBA.
Wait now. Okay, so now if you transgendered, let's just say there was a leak, right?
Yeah.
Does everybody like the transgendered women who've had it cut off? Do they compete with men that still have it? Because doesn't that help produce testosterone and things of that nature and stuff? You know.
Oh, they would have to. Yeah, they would have to be. They have to be full blown snip.
Full blown, right?
Yeah. Listen, you're not getting me to hold on for one. You're not getting me to bow down on my motherfucking point of view. They said you would watch transgender basketball sports. Yes, I would. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't watch sports now, so it's not like I'm gonna be like someone that's got to run home to watch the transgenders versus the almost there. You know, no.
You remember how Wild Worlds of Sports used to come on?
Right.
The thrill of victory.
I'm not saying I'm going to run home and watch it, but I would be interested to see how they're playing their sports. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, I know you said it, and don't get me wrong. I'm fine with it. I would, if I flick the channel, I would stop to see. Wow. Like, wow. Oh shit. Like curiosity. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Are you serious? Did they really just do that? Transgender football. Oh my God.
Man, that'd be crazy. Bam, hair flying all over the place.
Oh my God, that shit would be hysterical. Hysterical.
Yo, let me tell you, while at work, there's a guy who is transgender, right? And he's a big old son of a gun. What I'm talking about, he's got to be your height, Jay, or maybe a tad taller. And this dude is transgender. And he's the big old Andre the Giant looking dude. Transgender. It's the weirdest looking thing. And like I have to stare, but I don't want to stare because I don't want him to think that I'm interested. But I gotta stare because this is crazy. I'm like, and I'm looking at him. He's got the long hair, he's got the ponytail, he's got little, he's got niblets, whatever's going on here, you know what I mean? And he's got on like women's clothing, and I'm just like, and I'm looking and I'm just confused, like, wow.
Yeah. Look, you can't catch me, man. You hear them. Look, they over here talking about, curious, huh? That's how it starts.
Hi, curious.
Whatever.
And that's where it ends, right there. You don't have to worry about me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, fellas, a lot is going on in the news this week, man. I don't know where to jump in at. I want to actually jump in with. I didn't read the article, and ladies and gentlemen, if you read the article, please, by all means, hit these comments. Tell me what you think. Did y'all hear about Shaquille O'Neal? I didn't need to read the article because I think I have the gist of it. Did y'all hear about Shaquille O'Neal?
Yes.
You heard about Shaquille O'Neal, Warren?
I briefly glanced at it. I was skimming through it, but
he said he is not leaving his money for his kids like that. They all have to get college degrees, and they all have to come up with business plans, and then he'll give the money. What do you think? You think celebrities should be just leave their money for their kids like that? Well, he's not the only one that did that.
Yeah, James Brown did that.
Not just James Brown. What's this guy named? Chinese dude. Jackie Chan.
Oh, yeah.
Jackie Chan and his son had a fit. His son had a fit. What do you mean? We don't get none of that guap.
There's two sides. I think that there's two sides of that. One of the sides is that, okay, we especially as a Black community, a lot of us don't have that generational wealth like that.
Right.
So we want to be able to pass on that generational wealth to the next generation so we can build our Black communities like we need to. Then playing white devil's advocate, some folks may feel like, you know what, I worked hard, the guy, the patriarch, the guy that was, that started the whole thing, that started the big business. He might say, you know what, I started this, but I need y'all to work hard just like I did. I don't want y'all just inheriting it without putting in some hard work. Because if I just give it to you, you're not going to know the value of hard work. You're not going to know that. You heard about that rule about the three generation rule? Because they always say, okay, the first generation was the one that, came through the come up. The second generation, they know about the come up from watching their pops or moms or whatever. So they got a little bit of more hustle. But third generation don't know nothing about it. They just grew up rich all the time and they don't understand the hustle and they don't understand the grind and they wind up blowing it and then it's just gone.
Is that same thing as my father drove a Cadillac. I drove a hard times create working men, strong men create easy times create weak men men create bad times.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. Yeah.
Okay, so
I got what that's kind of the gist of it.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know. Isn't that like the whole point of it and stuff like that? I mean, we've been struggling, for so long as a people and such. And I mean, listen, you have most people, their kids are born into whatever and stuff. Okay, let's say the kid doesn't grow up and become a doctor or something crazy like that. They grow up and they learn the family business and they take over the business. So one way or another, they're covered. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm like, listen, you can't take it with you. Once you kick the bucket, it's gone. So why not give it to your children? That makes no sense to me. I don't get that.
Yeah, that is kind of true. But
it's two
I mean,
arguments going on.
I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure he doesn't mean that he's just going to leave the money for nobody.
Yeah,
but I'm quite sure it's going to be given in increments.
I've heard of other eccentric white folks, whereas they didn't. What's the guy? Is it Aaron Spelling?
Oh yes.
Right?
He was not giving them that money to nothing.
He gave her $1 million and stuff like that, and then donated that to what? To charity or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
All that money? Man.
He did that?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He gave $1 million.
Aaron Spelling, there's a Tori Spelling.
Tori Spelling.
Tori's father.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is crazy.
And he made loot. Like he made early TV loot.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense to me.
So you leaving your kids all that money?
Everything.
I would leave.
Like,
think about Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just use Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's estate will be earning money for the rest of his existence.
That's right.
You hear me? For the rest of and before he died, he was wise enough to buy into Sony.
Listen, Mike was beyond his years. A lot of people don't realize how serious Mike was as a businessman.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff with Shaq, you see all these people doing, they just playing catch up. Mike was way ahead of him.
Way light years ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought into Sony, like 4% or 5% into Sony, which means when you buy anything Sony video game, Sony television, Sony camera, Mike gets a percentage of that.
Mm-hmm. So he bought into a lot of people's percentages in their music catalogs and stuff. Like,
let me tell you what Mike did. Mike was heated with Eminem.
Yes.
He bought his publishing. Yeah.
No, he didn't buy his publishing. He bought the company that owns the publisher.
Yeah.
How about that? He bought the company that owns the what's it? So Eminem is still paying right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that's I don't know if I'm gonna leave my kids. I would leave it with rules. Is like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Like listen, you can set up some type of trust for generations to come, and make sure that money keeps recycling itself and stuff like that. But there's no way in hell I'm gonna sit up here and after I got rich off of playing a children's game and say that my kids are not going to be privy to this money. Makes no sense to me. You got rich off playing the kids' game. Basketball is a kids' game, essentially.
Yeah, I look at it like my thing was I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be like, okay, when my kids turn 18, they get a whole bunch of money. I'd rather wait till they get it when they're in their 30s, to where they come into that point in their life where they figure, okay, I'm getting ready to start a family. I'm already establishing my career and my business or whatever else, and I need a little nest egg to get me started, to start my family or get my homes and stuff like that.
But that all depends. That all depends, though, doesn't it? Like, what if you have a kid, okay, who has that entrepreneurial spirit and wants to get out here and get it popping at 21, 23, he's got a great idea. He's a hustler. He's getting out there and he's doing it. And he needs investment money. Like, so it's kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I kind of feel like if he's already getting it at that age, he got it down. So when he turned 30, when he because say a man's financial stride isn't until they hit, they 40 to 45 year age. Yes. By the time he in his youth, he already in that grind. He getting that, he got that work ethic down. He's getting he making his deals. He's doing doing. By the time he hit 30 and he get that nest egg, boom, he go off into the stratosphere and then go off and be gone. That's my philosophy behind it. So that way I know that with time comes wisdom. I don't want to just give somebody an 18-year-old some money out of nowhere and he don't know what to do and he go crazy and blow it all in 2 to 3 years.
Here's a scary question, fellas. Here's a scary question. Do y'all see the entrepreneurial spirit in any of your kids?
My son, I do. I see it in my older son. I see it. My daughter, she's more on an artistic type. She gonna be turning 20 tomorrow, actually. So we gonna be hanging out. But she's more in an artistic type, into the arts, and she wants to get into, you know, in the video and media and stuff like that. She's really good with, you know, using the different cameras and posting things up on social media or just filming things. So she's more on the artistic side. I know my son, he's more into the engineering and mechanical engineering, that sort of thing. He wants to invent stuff.
Yeah. What about you, Buzz? I mean, Black.
Well, you know, I only got one naturally. So I would say she an educated hustler. Like, see, like what I do is I give her money to invest, right? And I put it onto the stock market, and I give her, you know, she's going to take this class with me to learn how to do these things so that she could be. My thing is make her like, if I'm finding out things and I'm getting wise to things, I'm giving it to her now. You dig what I'm saying? This way she's light years ahead of me. You dig what I'm saying? So she's gonna hustle, but like in the smart way. You know what I'm saying? And but like getting out there, have that. I don't think so. I don't think she has that.
Hey, fellas, you think of can I invite somebody in here? And it's funny, we're going to go into Black finance. He does cryptocurrency, and he's on.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Breeze, come on over to Facebook. Hit me in the chat. Let me send you a link because we're going to talk about finances and Black people. You know, Breeze.
Because speaking of that, because I did that with my son and I did that with my daughter too. I got into you know, I got this debit card situation with Acorn where, you know, say like you swipe the card somewhere and you got, you know, say there was $1.50, they take that 50 cents and they invest that, and then you would let that build up. And I passed that on to them too because they young right now. So you know, at 17, 18 years old, you talking about, and then you put it 20 years into investing and stuff. You keep at it. You could be coming up with six figures quick.
Yo, I got an Acorn account, brother, and I'm sitting on over $1,000 some odd dollars off my spare change for the last 2 years.
There you go,
spare change, and I put a little $25 a month in there, and I got over $1,000. I could be getting close to $2,000. Imagine if I'd have known about this at 17. 17. I got 4 daughters. One of my daughters is a sheep. Is that you know, she's going to be working for someone. Like she'd rather have I know that these are my duties. These are my duties. Let me go in and do my duties and just get paid and go home. I have one I have 2 that's artistic, not autistic, artistic. But the one of them that's artistic has like a P. Diddy type of. She wants to grab everybody and bring it. Like she's the resource girl. You know what I'm saying? Like she can bring in the resources and pool everybody together. When she learns that that's money,
right?
If you can get the job done, and by all means, by not doing the job yourself, if you can delegate the work, oh my God, you can become a great intake for money, source for money. You know what I'm saying? No telling how many jobs you get complete. You know the people get jobs done. So
that's kind of what I do.
The work.
That's kind of what I do. I connect everybody to everybody else. You know what I mean?
And then I have one that's she's my social like she's my social she's the doctor. She's the my fight the power. She's my right.
So then social justice warrior.
Yeah, my social justice warrior. And then I just got one that's a gangster, and like she got full blown hustle in her. And you can see, man, this is my last daughter. You can see that she's a pit bull. And the second I say go, and she gets to run off to do what she wants to do, she's gonna be a beast. She's gonna be a beast. But she has focusing problems, and I'm trying to show her that you must focus here. Get this done first, because my last daughter is the type of woman who will just jump out. She's gonna jump out at the world, bro. She's gonna jump out at the world.
Look at the last comment, yo.
That's like 6 kids.
Like comedy relief.
Yeah, he always is. Yo, he is about one of the most needing a punchline ass dudes. But I got you, John. Yeah, so she's the pit bull. You know what I'm saying? So am I worried? I'm only worried that she's not going to be able to focus long enough. But but what I also teach my daughters is that they got to work together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think my
Yeah.
daughter's a
Exactly.
powerhouse.
Yeah.
I think they're powerhouses on their own, but I think they'll be a force if they come together. You know what I'm saying?
Like the
So that's what
Kennedys. Yep.
Yeah. So that's
You
what I'm
got
trying
enough
to
of
teach my daughters. You know, they all got
Yeah,
their
right.
own mothers, so they all got their own mothers, so they can go. No, I'm only joking. They don't. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Black wealth, people. Black financial
Yeah.
wealth in our communities.
Yes. Yes.
I'm starting to hear that. This is what I'm starting to hear, and it may be because we're getting older, fellas. So you know, our conversation around us changes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we were younger, we talked about the cars, the chicks, the drinks, the clubs, and as we get older, the job, the blah blah blah. And now we talking about our backs, our bones, and then how we living in our silver ages.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing a lot of people are starting to do quick investments, but wishing that they invested earlier. Black finances with black folks. What do you think? What do you think some of our ups and downs are, pros and cons of it is?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, you got me. Well, I can't speak on anybody else, but I can only speak for myself. But I'd probably say, you know, not only just the knowledge, but just the resources sometimes, because sometimes we think that we got to have, you know, we in the beginning we would think that, oh, we need, you know, thousands upon thousands of dollars to start investing and things like that. And coming up, you know, you just part-time, you know, working part-time, not having enough money on yourself to put food on the table, and you got, you know, XYZ kids and you got a whole family, you barely got enough to pay for gas and cover your rent and cover your basics. So if you ain't got enough to cover your basics, who says you got enough to invest in anything?
Do you have you ever been on Skid Row?
If I've been Skid Row, I've been in those positions. I've been homeless. Yeah.
Hey, JP, real quick, not to change subject, but see this right here, Dawn Dunn. This is the young lady that did our shirts right there.
Hey, shout out to my girl Dawn Dunn.
She also is you know, gave us the plug for the merchandising and stuff like that. And I said we would talk to her later.
Yes. First off, I want to let you know that t-shirts, the t-shirt culture is the #1 black hustle in our community. The t-shirt hustle is the #1 black entrepreneurial move in our culture. I said hustle, but I have to change my wording. So Dawn Dunn in the building on that path to financial, if she's not there already, financial freedom. You ever been on Skid Row, Black Words?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As a man or as a child, like growing up?
As a very young man.
Okay.
A very young man. So, you know, once upon a time, my mom passed away. There was a house that was bought in the Bronx. This is where I get my whole real estate hustle thing from. And we all got together and we fixed this house up, right? My mom put in money, and everybody else. I had an older aunt named Gail, who was the oldest out of all of the children. And after my mom passed away, and things kind of like went a little sour with me and Gail, because she kind of like turned into a family home into a business for her and her husband's benefit. Once my youngest aunt left out of there, she sent me a note to that address and told me that since we don't have a landlord-tenant agreement and something where that matter, that I have to leave the premises and what have you. So I was 20, maybe 23 or something like that, 23, 24 and everything. And I just had to get on out there. I had to hop out there, and I've never been back.
Yo, let me tell you, as a child growing up, this is something that people don't know about me. As a child growing up, my family lived on hard times. When I lived in Harlem from birth to like 15, 16 years old. And my later years in Harlem was tough, bro, because my dad used to work for a company. And back then in the 80s and all that kind of stuff, it wasn't money out there like that. You know what I'm saying? So my building was actually abandoned or grew abandoned. Like, it wasn't abandoned when we first moved in there. A couple of fires and all that kind of stuff. People moved out. It actually became abandoned, where we had to get water from the hydrant. We had to put sheets and plastic over the windows and had a kerosene heater to stay warm. So And then my father got his own business. And then when he got his own business, money just rocketed. You know, we was buying house after house in the Bronx and all that kind of stuff. So, but those early years did leave an impression on me that I don't want to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? So I've never, as an adult, let me knock on wood, I've never been on Skid Row.
Sorry, that's my bell. Sorry. Sorry.
I've never been on Skid Row, but I've definitely, as an adult, as my own, but I've definitely been humbled. You know what I'm saying? This entertainment business will surely humble you. So I teach to my kids to have a nest egg. Have a nest egg. So, you know, and especially my last two, they have been saving since they were children. So they have a nice little nest egg. Like my daughter now is in college.
Trick or treater.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I can tell you live in a community, boy. They would have to ring the bell first to get to me. And then we'll go to bell. Who is it? Trick or treat. Get away from my door, you goddamn little son, goddamn candy snatcher. So my daughter now is in college, and she does not have to worry about working through college, and that's so great for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very humbled that she has that nest egg to sit on while she's doing this 4 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
for me, it was about getting a handle on. Like I've changed my philosophy on as far as like when we talk about budgeting and stuff like that. And I my mind kind of different because I take the pragmatic approach. I do what works. And one of the things I found out that worked for me was, and for y'all that might be listening, y'all might take into this. I call it the 50-30-20 rule, right?
The what?
So you get the 50-30-20 rule. So here's how that works, right? So you get your paycheck or whatever paycheck you got, right? 50% of your check is supposed to go toward bills, utilities, car note, that kind of stuff. 20% of your money goes towards savings and investments. You take part of that, go into savings. Another part, you want to use that to invest. 30% goes into your pocket. That's yours. That's your payday. That way you see where your money's going and everything. And then you see, half of your money's going towards your bills and taking care of that. So you got no problem. That's all taken care of. You got money in your pocket, and that's your allowance. If you run out of that, hey, you asked out, you ran out of that. Then you got your savings that's sitting over here that's growing and building. And that way you can always dip into that pot in case some stuff happens.
Do you think
flip it to where like say like you can get a secure credit card, like a secure line credit card. Instead of an unsecured, get a secure credit card. That's money that you have, that you put into that secure credit card. You can tally up all your bills, put it on a secure credit card, and all you got to do is remember just to pay that off, with your next paycheck. All your bills come out, automatic debit or whatever. Let that come out, and you just make sure you put that out. You make sure you pay up on that. That builds your credit.
Right,
so
absolutely.
You build credit, and then you can move on to an unsecured, and then they extend your credit line, and then you just repeat, wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah. Credit is king and what have it. But real quick, let me just answer something, Lorraine. Yeah, I don't want to go too far in it, but like what happened was, like I said, I was a little guy, I was about maybe 9 years old when it happened, but what I was told was that they gave my mom back her interest in the property in all of the the bickering and the fighting and stuff like that. But what I do know is that my mom did not know, or she didn't know anything about appreciation. So if you go in on a property and the property is then developed, because the place was abandoned when we bought it, and you go in and you fix it up, you got new bathrooms, you got new kitchens or what have you throughout. And then years go by and stuff like that, there's something that's called appreciation. So what they did is they gave her back her initial investment without the appreciation, because that was something that she didn't really know about. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I mean. Like a family thing kind of went sour and stuff like that. And like I said, after she died, then they then took advantage of me because they knew I was young and didn't know a lot either. So, so that's how that went down. But
50, 20, 30. 50, 20, 30. Here's the thing of sometimes people's paycheck isn't enough to split like that. In fact, I just had a conversation today with a young lady who said she has to get a second job because she had a second job before, and she got anywhere between $1,200 and $2,000 a month that was needed for her monthly bills.
Mm-hmm.
So how does a person begin to save when they're not earning enough?
Well, go ahead. I'll let you go. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, one idea is came from Africa. I think a lot of people was doing it or what have you. They had that flower scam out there for a little while and stuff. I hope nobody got involved in that. But susus is the great way to put money away and build wealth, because it will make you, pay your well, I'm gonna call it tithes or whatever. It'll make you pay your tithe and everything, and then at the end of it, you're gonna get a nice lump sum. Whereas sometimes you're trying to do it on your own and you dip into that money for one reason or another. When it's in the susu, you know what I mean, you have to pay your tithe because you're waiting on your hand too. So that's going to be paid, whatever that is. As a matter of fact, I just finished my susu just ended this last pay period, and it was $500 a hand, and it was 17.
How much a hand? What?
It was $500 a hand, and it was 17 people in it. So think about it. What was the payout? 500 multiplied by 17 is what? What's that again? Somebody do the math. Alexa, what is 500 multiplied by 17?
500 times 17 is 8,500.
8,500 was the payout.
Yes.
Drop bombs for
Alexa.
Hold on. See how nice I am.
But check this out now. It doesn't have to be so expensive. It doesn't have to go. It doesn't have to be so. You can. I believe when we started with like 200 and then 300. You know what I mean? And then as we started, we just started, to like build wealth and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then, if you get smart with your money, start paying off certain things. Now, that thing you was talking about with the credit card one is very true. But it's another thing that we probably need to be doing for our kids is that if you have a kid and you have a credit card, you need to make them an authorized user on that credit card, because that would then build their credit. You don't tell them nothing about it and don't give them that damn card though. But you just put them on the damn credit card and you pay it off and you establish really good credit for them. So when they get out, this is why sometimes when my teenage daughter gets flipped with the lip, I get so straight with her, because she don't understand how many years ahead or how many steps ahead I'm thinking for her to make sure that she's ahead of the game, far ahead of where I'm at. You know what I mean? She's going to start off like I want her to come out of school and never have to rent a day in her life.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Let me show you.
Let me show you.
Hold on, watch this. Alexa, what's today's date?
Today is Sunday, October 31st.
Oh. I tried to plug her in, but I forgot to plug her in. God, I'm listening.
But I was speaking to Lorraine's point where she mentioned something to the effect of like, you can start off small. People think that, oftentimes people don't realize that you can start small. She's right. Mm-hmm. You can start small. It's not about having, I got to have a whole lot wider money to start investing.
Right.
And I think another thing too is I think another part of it that people don't look into is the psychology of managing your money. Is some people is sometimes, especially in our Black community, because we're not so used to having that sort of wealth. There's a psychology to where people feel like they're spending money to do this. They feel like they're losing money. They feel like it's losing a part of themselves. They feel like that. Oh my God, I got paid this much amount of money. Oh man, this is so damn stressful. People have been at that level to where it was between, do I eat today or do I spend gas money to go to work? People have been at that level, and on the psychological level, people have been that way. It's real out here like that.
Yeah.
So
check this out.
It's changing the psychology.
Look how much money you waste eating outside. Like one of the first things you got to start doing is dead all that outside eating, because you are throwing money away, and stuff is getting more and more expensive these days. You are just throwing money away. If a lot of the stuff that we do habitually every day, it's like even you see how much the damn papers cost now. I went because I was excited about my Knicks winning the other day. And I was like, and I got to go to bed early and stuff like that. So I wanted to read about it. So I said, okay, let me just grab this paper real quick because I saw the back page and everything. I picked up damn paper $3. I put the damn paper back down. So
What paper still out there? You can spot the news.
The Daily News is
Are you serious?
Yes. I didn't know. I just found out the other day.
Where are they selling newspapers?
Well, you know me, I'm out wee hours of the morning and stuff, so I stopped by one of those 24-hour shops or whatever.
I didn't even know they still sold the newspapers, brother.
Yeah. I saw that $3. I put that back down.
Let me
find out. Another thing I thought about too. One of the things I did, I joke about this, but like cable TV. Okay, yeah, they start you on that cable TV on the introductory price, $29.99. By the end of the year, you're paying $149 for like,
you already know what I'm showing,
channels,
right?
you don't even watch half of it. You get that? Yep, exactly. I started streaming. I just use the internet and I started streaming.
You know what this is right here? You know what this is, Warren? This is the TV box. And let me put this out there. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, get your TV box. Cut your cable line off. This right here, you will get all the channels. You will get all the television programs. You'll get movies, that all kind of stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, cut your cable. Talk to me in DMs. I'm not going to talk about that right here. That's right. I can help you walk into your cable-free life.
That's right. Exactly. And if you're addicted to porn, you can watch all you want on that.
All you want on this, goddamn. I will program it so that this way you have all the porn. You will jerk your arm off.
Sometimes it's little things like that you start cutting out, like you said, with the eating out, cutting out with the eating out. Work out at home and stuff if you need to. If you ain't got the money to go to a gym and all that other stuff.
What about if it's all a tax write-off? What about if it's all a tax write-off?
Well, that's a different story.
Let me tell you, I'm not afraid of those kind of things because with my line of work, all of it's a tax write-off to me.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
And not only that, what we should be doing is with our gym memberships and things of that nature, that should be hooked up to your credit card and not your debit card, because then it looks as if you paid something off every month, and that will increase your credit as well.
Yes.
Are you serious?
That's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I do. Yep.
Hook it up to your
recurring
card.
Charge.
Take it off your card.
Take my gym memberships off my debit.
Right. And put it on your credit card. Yes. It will increase your credit.
Paid off. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Because what it looks like every month is that it looks like you're paying something off every month.
Yep.
Wow. I got it on my debit.
Simple trick. Yep. Just simple stuff like that.
Little things.
And started with little stuff. Netflix, subscription, gym membership, little stuff.
But check this out. You know what I noticed? Up here, they teach financial literacy in schools. They never taught me that. Yeah. I never learned. I had to learn this the hard way. I had to pick up a book, different things like that. I didn't learn none of this stuff. You know what I mean? I had to learn it the hard way, and that's the problem a lot of times with us. This is another reason why that crap that Shaquille O'Neal saying pisses me off, is because, like, look, you see how I had to learn the hard way. I had to bang my head up against the wall. I had tenants who were in my property at one time for 9 freaking months. It took me to get out. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like you learn and you experience and you grow so your kids don't have to go through the same BS you went through.
But you don't want to, but then just talking from Shaquille O'Neal point of view, you don't want to just give them, right?
No, you teaching them and you grooming them the whole way. You know what I mean?
I hate credit cards. I have zero. They are the only necessity. If they're only a necessity if you are, if you're playing their game.
You got to play your game unless you're gonna go somewhere else.
Nah.
Credit is credit. And we all playing that game whether we like it or not.
Credit is what runs this nation.
Hey, Maya Lansky once said, "The winners in life are the ones who control the game." So either you learn how to control the game or you will lose.
Maya Lansky is a gangster, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Started
number two with
hey, hold it, Warren, hold it. Hey, yo, this motherfucker just gave life lessons in from a gangster. He's like this. Maya Lansky said, when you kill a motherfucker, you put the body, always remember.
Yeah.
Yo, he was number 2 to Lucky Luciano. Yep.
Right.
Jewish guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that, fellas. I didn't know that. That is dope. That is dope advice to take. That is dope advice. Well, here's my thing. And ladies, and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm doing something wrong. So me and my wife, now that we're down to our last child, we have just accumulated all our bills together, all the credit cards. We put everything together because I'll be very honest with you. We learned to survive. We learned to survive 4B. Hold on. I'm going to have a guest, ladies and gentlemen. So you're going to hear that buzzer ring. So we learned to survive off of our bills. My wife isn't like a big money maker. She brings in good money. I bring in good money. So we were able to survive totality of all our kids. Well, now our last child is here, and our last child is going to go to college. So we took all our bills and we put them together. So now we have an accumulation of all our credit card bills, all our store bills, everything. I'm trying to say to my wife, pay off the smallest ones first so that we ain't got to keep paying this little $30 a month, $40 a month. And my wife was like, that's not how credit works. You can't just say pay it off because it still looks delinquent on your credit. I'm saying to her, and this is coming from an old school, my pops used to say, get the people out your face. Give them their money, get the people out your face. So we got a list of all our bills. And I say, yo, see this one right here? Get rid of him so we don't have to see this on the list no more. You know what I'm saying? And my wife was like, no. Is that a good way of handling your bills?
Depends. Like if you got too much, they got they got something called a debt to income ratio, right? And that's where they look at your incomes as opposed to what do you have to pay out. Now, some of the things that you have, you might need to get rid of. Just like we were talking earlier, debt to cable and a few other things and stuff like that. So some things you might need to get rid of, but certain things, you need to keep. I don't think it's necessary for a person to have more than 2 or 3 credit cards. Really, that's anything more than that is absurd and everything. And because the credit game is funny, but like I said, I think, but you never pay them off. You always leave a little something on them. You always leave a little something on them.
That's what my wife said. My wife said, don't pay them off like that.
Yeah.
I'm not getting my full benefit from, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Them off. But I get sick and tired of her saying, well, we got to pay 30 to this guy, 60 to this one. I'm like, just get rid of these people. We got the money to get rid of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep giving this guy a little $20, $30. Remove him from the list.
Altogether. Yeah. It depends on how many you got. So,
we got
get rid of him and what have you, and then deal with these 2 or 3 or whatever and call it a night,
We got and we ain't even get to the big ones. My big credit cards is Walmart and Target. Honestly, I'll be very honest. My Walmart and Target card I've had for nearly 10 years. And both of them have allowed us. I got girls, hair products, products, clothes, little here and there stuff, food every once in a while. And I'll be very honest, my Target and my Walmart card helped me tremendously to hold out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, go put it on the card.
I've heard arguments against the store cards for the reason that the APRs, which average annual percentage rate for the years, are so astronomical and stuff. You paying triple the markup than what you are for the price of that item in the first place. Things like that. It's best to go ahead and just pay full price for it without having to charge it to no credit or anything else like that. It's best to stick with it's probably from what I'm hearing, like don't mess with them store cards. You might as well go get a regular credit card.
That is true. And you know what?
Interest rate.
That's right. And when you get a regular credit card or what have you, don't get it through a regular bank. You should all be messing with credit unions. Leave them banks alone. All you dough in a credit union, they got so much sweeter deals for you. Oh my God.
So now I'm only speaking from what I hear from people. I hear that you have to have a high like financial level to stay in a credit union for it to work for you. Like you can't just go to a credit union with monthly checks? Like you have to keep a minimum of like 5,000 in there.
No.
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 So municipal.
They have credit unions. They have credit unions for different industries. Like
That's
they got
right.
farmers credit unions. They got auto workers credit unions. They
That's
have
right.
hospital workers credit unions.
That's right.
So depending on your niche, whatever it is that you experience that you're doing, they got military credit unions.
Listen,
So
right in here on Long Island is it was called NEFCU, Nassau Educators Federal Credit Union. They since changed their name to Jovia, but first it was just for the teachers out here. But all you have to do is be a Nassau resident.
So in other words, I should be pulling all my money out of Citibank and going to a credit union.
Oh yeah, man, Citibank they robbing, man. Oh God, man. Listen, let me tell you what happened with credit with Chase that pissed me off. I was supposed to, they were supposed to finance this place for me, right? And I got the commitment. You hear what I'm saying? A commitment. When a bank pretty much sends you a commitment, they're saying, okay, we got you. Go ahead and close the deal, right? They pulled out from the commitment, all right, at the last minute, and I had to go find another finance, okay? So I'm pissed at the last minute because I don't want my deal to fall through, right? So I'm scrambling to find another bank, right? And I get another bank, but then I go back to Chase, and I'm like, okay, give me my money for the appraisal, because when you do it, the bank's going to send out an appraisal to see if the money that they're lending you is even worth it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you something. They didn't expect I was going to know that. So I walks back up in there. I says, okay, y'all not going to finance me. Well, give me back my $550 for the appraisal. And he looks at me and almost get white. And I'm like, yeah, you owe me that. You sent me a commitment, said you're going to pay for this now. And since you're not, then give me back my money for the appraisal, not going about my business. You know what I mean? This is why this is a segue into the next thing when they talk about the black bourgeoisie paying it forward to the working class, because they need to be letting us know, showing us, why isn't somebody having a class, random classes? We got black professionals all over the place having random classes in certain places, teaching all this stuff right here. We're sitting here a bunch of novices because we're still, we know a lot, we read and what have you, we got this information, but we're novices to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm labor, Juan's in medical, and you're in entertainment. You dig what I'm saying? Nobody's licensed here, but there's plenty of them out there that are, and nobody is paying it forward.
Okay, so what's the difference between a credit union and a bank?
That's the main thing.
Alexa, what's the difference between a credit union and a bank?
A credit union, a type of financial institution similar to a commercial bank, is a member-owned financial cooperative, controlled by its members and operated on a not-for-profit basis.
Right.
Bank or other financial outlet, a business offering banking or other financial services on the premises.
Right.
Yeah, she's right.
In other words, you're a member.
Here's something I found on the web. According to thebusinessprofessor.com, a private company is a privately owned business whose stocks are not traded on the public exchange and are not issued through an initial public offering.
Hey, fellas, I'm so sorry. These guys just found their old fireworks from 4th of July.
I thought you was dropping bombs for a minute, but
Yo, I cannot believe these guys. They've been doing this all week.
It's crazy. But yes, it's like a credit. The difference between a credit union and a bank has like a bunch of big investors aboard. Right. Credit union is basically run by the members, the people who put that money into the bank. It's a bunch of people. They get together, they pool their resources. They say, okay, we're gonna start this bank. This is for us. This is for our people. We're gonna be able to borrow against. We put money into a pot. Some of us can borrow against it or whatever, and maybe charge
what security do you have with it? What security do you have with a municipal with a credit union? Like
it's finance studio. Yeah, the FDIC. It's covered.
FDIC insured. Yeah,
it's insured. Yeah.
So instead of a corporation making money, the members of the municipal make money off of it.
Right.
Right. some of them are pretty good to where they get dividend checks, once a year out of it. There's as much people that get into their credit union that they bring in and everything. Yeah, they cut them a little, they cut them a little dividend check at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Just because they invested into the
maybe for 2022, I should wean off these banks and start and go to a municipal. But now here's something else that I heard. Like I see people running to their MCU, like their municipal bank, and they can't go to any other banks.
Well, that's because most of those people. Well, think about it, municipal credit union. That those are for municipal workers for the most part. You know what I mean? So that's why folks are in the municipal credit union. But you don't have to go there. There's other credit unions and stuff.
But I'm saying, like, I see people running to a specific bank. Yeah,
because of the rates and stuff like that. Of course, yeah. Mortgage rates, car loans, stuff like that. They're really good with. So, but mine's is beating them. Jovi is beating MCU. I barely even use my MCU.
No, I don't know, and that's another thing. Like, how do I even begin looking for?
Then you have to compare. Yes, you have to shop. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Maybe for 2022. I'll start looking into and wean.
For real. That'd be a good move.
At least start with one. And go from there.
Here's what we're gonna do. 2022, I'm gonna wean off the banks, go into a municipal. I'm gonna take my Acorn money, because is Acorn really making me money, bro? Acorn is just taking my savings.
It's over time. But yes, it is.
Yeah.
So if I take my Acorn money and move it to a municipal and hold it there, will it make more money there?
Well,
you gotta invest it.
Hold on, fellas. Hold on. Keep talking.
Because a lot of back in the days, you used to be able to put your money in a savings account and make decent interest. These days, hardly anybody is paying anything in a savings account, so he would have to put it in something different and make some money off of that.
How do I? Here we go. Stop caring. I'm listening though. Go ahead, fellas.
Yeah. But listen. Like I said, you should probably talk to somebody in there and stuff, and they will tell you how the best, what accounts is best for you to put that money in, because you have to tell them like what your plans are, what you want to do and stuff, and then they can advise you better.
Yeah, because you have different type of savings accounts, like high interest yield savings accounts. Say like if you got $10,000 or more or something like that, they can switch you to something with a high interest yield that you're going to get more bang for your buck sitting in there, versus just putting it into a regular savings account and you're getting nothing off of it.
And what about those online banks? You know what I mean? I think they're supposed to yield the high interest because they don't have a lot of overhead. Because
some of them have pretty comparable rates to the brick and mortar ones. There's a couple of those I can't think of off the top right now, but I've seen some. Yeah, some of them are often, but the only trouble with that is that, of course, with APYs is that they always fluctuate from month to month, year to year. So
it might be flex. It's like flexible.
Yeah, they are flexible, and it started to be like that with the banks too. They started to become flexible to where 1 minute it might be 2.4%. Next thing you know, it's 0.5. So it's the market too. So you're going to take a hit either way, but at the very least, put it into something that's going to make you money for you while you sleep. That's the thing with investing. Making money for you while you sleep.
I don't know where we at in this conversation, but I want to say this, and maybe you brothers can help me out, and anybody else. This is a part of the I need to be taught. So people who have already done this, the bourgeois need to pay it forward and teach. I'm a hustler. And fellas, you probably recognize me in your neighborhoods or in your communities. I'm what you call a hustler. I can make the money that's needed to be made right now for what we need to do. But I need to stop being a hustler and learn to be an entrepreneur and make my money work for myself, because I do make clumps of big money that people can't understand. Like sometimes I'll come across, like I'll make $5,000. You know what I'm saying? During the pandemic, I made 10 grand in twice during the pandemic, like a big nut. But
you probably need high interest yield, something with a high interest yield.
I need to learn how to take this hustle and turn it into an entrepreneur.
Or invest. Yeah.
Yeah, that word. And do that. You know what I'm saying? Like even this right here. We'll talk about this in a few minutes on our closing segment, but we'll talk about that. That's one of the things I think people that have already walked the path need to come back and start teaching, as you would say, the bourgeoisie, the bougie people, the people who have already made the success need to start teaching. Why is it that success is so secretive to people?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And but then they also want to sell it. I think it's wise to sell that knowledge.
Yeah, you beat that. Yeah.
Is it wise for people to sell that knowledge? Should it be sold? You know, is the game supposed to be sold and not told? Like what's the real rule?
My thing is this, man. In our community, I don't think we should be. I think we should supposed to be trying to lift each other up, man, and that's part of it. Like, let me say this: Magic Johnson years ago. I'm not sure. Does he own that building that the movie theater's in? Does anybody know? On 125th?
He probably do. This Magic.
Okay, so check this out. I remember once upon a time he was saying, "Oh, y'all need to get into Harlem. Y'all need to start buying Harlem. Y'all need to start doing this." Motherfucker, why didn't you buy into Harlem? You feel what I'm saying? Because if you know you got young black professionals coming out of colleges and things of that nature, right? When those houses were sitting up there, halfway abandoned, okay, instead of buying that little raggedy movie theater and paying people $7 an hour, you could have bought that damn block, okay, and you could have set up a program for young black people to come in and buy these homes for a discounted rate and discounted prices. And then when these white folks would have came into this area, we would have still had a nice big block of it owned, okay? So when the value went up, you made instant millionaires. This person's a millionaire. That person's a millionaire because that house that you bought for whatever, and you went in there with your construction team and you laid that house out and you sold it to your young black people that's coming out of these young black families and stuff like that. Their kids benefited because when the white people came in there and they improved the school system in that area, your kids automatically got a better education, okay? And your home was worth $2 million or whatever they're going for right now. Then you can leverage the equity in your home to do other things, to do big things. You can go into businesses and different things like that. So let's cut the bullshit and let's get to the real thing.
I really love how even if I don't know, but even if you didn't know what you was talking about, which I doubt, I think you do know what you're talking about. God damn it, bro! You make it sound so palatable for someone who didn't know. Like, I like how you just explained that, because how you just explained that is for someone who just walks up and don't know what's going down. So you just explained it well. But here's a question I wanted to ask. And you know, when we do these talks, fellas, I play devil's advocate. I like to say the questions and the things that I know people would be asking, or things that I've heard. Is there money in helping other people make money?
Absolutely. You can charge a small fee. Charge a small fee, but nothing that's gonna hurt them, you know.
So there is so in helping other people become millionaires. Let me put it in our words. For a black man to help other black men to become millionaires, I can still make money off of teaching them how to make money.
Yeah.
And I think we've all become accustomed to having to get what we have to get for ourselves and not really wanting to share it because I got to get mine. You understand what I'm saying? So there is money in helping other people make money.
Yeah. Lorraine's crazy.
Well, they're the only thing she know.
You know.
Wow.
Shout outs to Lorraine.
25 years.
Pretty Rule says, give the knowledge every day. I see people on IG and YouTube teaching, but they get no likes or no interest. Everything can't be given. You still have to learn. You still got to learn. I think, and I think that we're so accustomed to and tell me when I'm wrong, people. And I do believe that we have to break this mindset. People need immediate help right now.
Right.
It's hard for people to think about investing for tomorrow when right now I need. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That goes back to the psychology that I was talking about. People got things they got to take care of right now. That's immediate things they got to deal with. There's also such thing too as immediate gratification. We got to get out of immediate gratification.
Oh, that's how.
Yeah.
How.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about immediate. I'm talking about immediate. There's a difference between immediate needs and immediate wants. We got to get out of the immediate wants thing and get into take care. Yeah, sure. We got to take care of our immediate needs. But we got to get out of that instant gratification mindset too. That's what pulls on things from you.
I agree. Do y'all have any vices? Any, not advice. Do you have any vices?
Vices.
You go on. You go first.
Probably me is probably the electronics and gadgets and stuff. I like little things that technology, that sort of thing. But here's another thing. Here's another philosophy behind that too. Say you may have a vice, right? Budget for it. Most people think that you got to give up your things that you like to do or whatever. Budget for it. You got to look at what you value the most. If you value things like I give an example. My wife likes going out to dinner, going out to eat, going out to different restaurants. I see that's what she values.
Right.
So put a little money. If that's something that you value, put some money aside for that. That's something that you value. It's all about what you value. It's not about I need to cut out coffee or I need to cut out doing this and need to do that. Yeah, you can still go get your coffee if that's what you value, but get rid of something you don't value. Something you don't need or don't mess with like that or whatever. That's not your thing. Cut that out, and then put that back into what things that you do value. So your value might be vacations. I like to take a vacation every year.
Yeah, that's me.
Cool. Put that. Yeah. Put in what you value.
That's me.
Oh yeah. I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, this goddamn guy right here, man.
Yeah.
Yo, he's quick to tell you, I'm leaving for DR. Like, word. I don't even think that's a vacation no more. I just word. That's word. Is it still out there?
Let me. Now I'm in Belize, and while we talk about vacations, real quick, I'm gonna go a little bit off subject right now, right? So, have met this young lady, right? So y'all know this is like investors in dating for a single black father. So I met this girl or what have you. Damn, it's a damn shame I can't remember the name right now. But anyway, I met her. Went out once or twice, stuff like that. Part of this little group that I go and I travel with and stuff like that.
Swingers.
Now, let me tell you something. The makeup is the devil. First off, I'm gonna tell you all this right now. The makeup is the goddamn devil. I'm sorry, because I was attracted to this woman, beyond the fact that that she was plentiful, and have a nice way to say it. She was heavy up top, all right. But besides the fact, yeah. So,
and Lorraine gonna get mad because Lorraine is our gospel titties of the group.
Oh, hi Lorraine. And then, so then, I seen her, but she was always made up. But I kind of like that because I'm a person who likes to, dress up and everything. So, it was cool and everything. The makeup matched with the outfit and shit like that or what have you. Man, we ran down for a quick 3-day getaway. And, boy, she had to get in that water and, the devil is a lie. That's so, you know what I'm saying? The devil is a lie because when the makeup was off, bro, she came up to me and she's got dreads, got nice dreads. She'll color them. They look nice on her. Sometimes she put the chestnut, she'll put the blonde. I'm like, yeah, I like that. All right, you got it together. All right. Well, she came up to me and I really didn't know who she was.
She tapped you on the leg and was like, yo, you gonna go for this 2-on-2 on the full court?
I was like, and if it wasn't for the voice and the breast, I'd have been totally clueless. And it was just not a good look. It was not a good look. Like, this was a different person.
I never was attracted to the big makeup women. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, dating, I was never attracted to the women that wore makeup. Like if you wore makeup to me, that was just like, I was never attracted to that female. Ever.
Yeah, but it was like, to me, it was like part of her whole ensemble. So that's why I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? But Lord, when it came off, I was like,
I know women that say things like, I got to put my face on. That's scary to hear. Yeah. I got to put my face on before I go somewhere. You got to put your face on. What are you talking about? So Juan, before you got married, or I don't know what your situation is over there, were you the makeup type, like your girls' makeup, or all natural?
Nah, I couldn't get with the makeup thing. Like I remember times, when I was in the military, there was this one female that she wear makeup before we go do PT, physical training in the morning.
Ridiculous.
6:30 in the morning. Want to go? We go doing our workout. We come back out for the runs. We come out from the run or whatever. She's looking like the Joker. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, man, I can't.
Look like a straight accident, like roadkill.
And yo, for the most part, vibe with her pretty well and stuff like that, man. It was really unfortunate though, man. I was just like, it's bad.
I believe that. Well, I'm not here. The makeup industry is something $1 billion industry a year. So we definitely not going to talk women out of makeup. That's not.
Yeah, no. But just don't less is more. Less is more. That is the rule. Less is more. And it's supposed to enhance your already beauty. You know what I mean? Right. And that's it. Not make another face.
Right. A total another face.
Yeah.
Total another face, brother. Women, how do you like your guy? I know guys ain't wearing makeup, but like that. But what's a pet peeve with you ladies that us men do? You know what I'm saying? Don't transform your whole face. I agree, Lorraine. What's some? We can't even talk to the ladies in our panel because the ladies in our text and in the what's name are either married or with somebody. And are you married, ladies? Isn't because I'm hearing marriage is like a loss. That
was terrible, man. In our generation, I think we lost it, man. That whole marriage. Warren, you Generation X, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible in our generation, man.
Can you see yourself getting married again, Black?
I don't know.
Look at this fucking
guy. I don't know.
I just heard him. You see his face, Juan? I heard him just now. He's like, Juan, are you married?
I don't know.
Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married. Yeah, I'm married. Yeah. Going on 5 years, yeah. This is my second marriage. But yeah, I'm married.
Those are the best, aren't they?
Yep.
The second one?
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah, I'm on second marriage.
That good time around.
Second time around.
You know why? Because you learn a great deal from your first one.
From the first one?
You learn.
Maybe. Yeah.
You learn, but then I was married to my first wife for like less than a year. Like we didn't even get a divorce. We got it annulled.
Annulment, all right. Yeah.
Like it was annulled. Like it was just erased damn near. My second wife, my current wife, is the one that I went through it all with, bro. Like we going on 17, 18 years, married, 22 years together. Like the ups and downs. I heard somebody just say, I think it was Snoop Dogg who said, my wife deserves everything, all the benefits she's getting now because he put her through the ringer.
Yeah, I heard him say that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Say that.
So,
Yeah, for me, like my second wife, we was married in like 6 months. I mean,
wow.
I was at that, I knew.
You met her,
he knew.
And married her in 6 months? From meeting?
From meeting, yep.
6 months. God, that whip
No, you know what it is. It goes back to after you go through a second marriage and you know who you are, you know what you want, and you see something in that you want. Why wait? I mean, I remember I had a conversation with her grandmother, because at first we got engaged. We was gonna wait a year for the engagement. So then I'll never forget. She sat us down. She was talking to us, and she was like, "You know what? Y'all don't need to wait for no year. Life can pass you by. Things can happen. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So if you're ready to do it now, just go ahead, just do it now. Don't wait a year. You don't know what life can take.
Danny DeVito and his wife met and got married.
And I'm glad I did that.
The next week.
What? Wow.
And they married 40-something years now?
Mm-hmm.
You wait. You talk about the little one,
Dane DeVito. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what's her name?
Rhea Perlman.
Yes.
Yeah, they met and like a week later they got married, and they've been married 40 some odd years.
Right.
Yeah, when you know, man. I mean,
people don't realize, and tell me when I'm lying. People don't realize, even in your marriage, there's ups and downs. Like don't get it twisted, people. I'm not telling you that this marriage has been all coastal and I've been above water the whole time. No, you definitely go through it, but the magic is that you have somebody to come back to the top with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're gonna go through it. And here's another thing about being married. Unlike dating, when you're married, you just can't say fuck it and walk away, because you still got to come back to sign papers for divorce, even for divorce. So some way you're gonna come back to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some way you're gonna come back to the table. So
Lorraine got one-liners like John O. I swear to God.
What?
Lorraine sitting over here got one-liners in the comments. It's like crazy. She was like, "That's because they the same size." We talk about Danny DeVito and
hilarious.
And I'm thankful for it, because before I was that guy. To me, I was that guy who was like, man, maybe I need to go through certain hoops or go through certain markers before I could say, oh yeah, I want to marry this woman. But then when I met my wife, and everything just clicked, and we just knew, and shoot, I said, F it, we did it, and it's been one of the best things I did.
Now, would you have more kids at this point, at this stage?
No, I'm good with kids. I'm good.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we good.
Gotcha.
You don't.
I got to know. Huh?
You done with the kids?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm ready to. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, sure. I'm cool with kids. I'm cool with children and kids and all that in general and everything. But you start getting a little bit older, and your patience with little ones start getting thinner and thinner, and then you ready. We ready for them to get on out, so we can go back to being walking around the house butt ass naked, whatever the hell we want, that kind of thing. Go out and enjoy our lives together. Go out. If we feel like we want to take a trip somewhere, or whatever, we ain't got to think about, oh, dang, what we got to do about the kids or whatever. You want to go to Italy? Cool. Go to Italy.
I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this empty nesting thing coming up in my life. I'm really not feeling it. Like, I'm really feeling like I'm supposed to be taking care of someone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it actually scares me.
I can understand that. You
know what I'm saying? That pretty soon it's just going to be me by myself again.
Well, you and her.
Well, me and her. Yeah, me and her.
Yeah.
So it's actually scaring me that I'm not going to have someone to, right. Pretty Rude said, focus on yourself. That's the thing. I ain't been with myself since 21 years old. You know what I'm saying?
I might not like myself now.
Right. I reintroduce myself to this dude. You know what I'm saying? My mind has been in hustle mode. I have been in provider mode, warrior mode, hunter mode, bring in for the family for over 20, over 30 years.
Yeah. It's like retiring, man. You got to find something else to do.
How do I retire? How do I put down my what's the name? My hunter's gear. How do I put that down and just learn to just
buy a motorcycle?
Yeah, that's You know what?
No, man. Black gonna end up with a Jay, come downstairs.
No, but I'm saying, but stuff like that happens a lot of times when we get around these ages and the kids move out and stuff like that, and we be looking for stuff to do. And I don't know about motorcycle, because I wouldn't get back on a motorcycle at this age. Bones don't heal the way they used to. Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, if I want to get me a 70s muscle car and build it up, I'm gonna do it. If I want to find some dilapidated home and going in with my crew, that's gonna be my passion in retirement. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's what's gonna keep me busy when she's off making her own family, and wait around for some grandkids,
Yeah, man, I'm ready to travel with somebody. I mean, yeah.
You and your wife travel?
I got some bucket. I got some stuff on my bucket list I need to go see.
Yeah.
What you just ask, Black?
You and your wife travel?
Me and my wife.
I haven't been able to travel as much. I've traveled with the military, but that's because I was voluntold, so that's a difference. But,
what was that word you just said?
Voluntold. You're gonna go here. You're going to this. You get stationed here.
And then you try to back it up with. You try to back it up with. You know what? I'm gonna go there. I want to go there.
What about you, Jay?
Me and my wife travel. Yeah, we do. We don't extensively travel. But I had to actually, it's funny you say that, I had to actually crack her to wanting to travel, because to her, she was like, nah, I'm good staying here. No, let's go. Yo, I'm not this old. What are you doing? I'm a vibrant man. You know what I'm saying? Even now, I'm a vibrant man. Come on, let's go. So now we travel. We do cruise trips every other year. We go to another state. We get an Airbnb. We haven't done we've done international traveling with the cruises, but we haven't like flown somewhere international on our own vacation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So that's how it starts, though.
Yeah.
You do it on a cruise, so you ain't stuck there, you ain't locked in, and then you be like, okay, I think we can come back here and stay a week. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, what's going on? Big drop bombs from my girl, Miss Serenity, ladies and gentlemen. Serenity is an outstanding personality. In fact, if we get the Queen's Table Talk, I would love to get you a part of this. She's also a poet and all that kind of stuff, and party promoter. I heard her parties be off the chain too, fellas. So if you it's not for us, Juan. It's more for Black Words over here. Let Black Words go to one of her parties, because I hear her parties is all for the chain, and they last for like a weekend. Like they'll start Friday and end Sunday.
Okay. That's not the same Serenity from the National Black Theater, right?
I don't know her past. Awesome show, JP, and the guests are these aren't guests. These are, let me tell you what, this is her first time. This is the first time I've seen you here, so I'm thinking it's your first time here. There's a panel of us. There's 8 guys all together, and every week, whoever's available, we all come through and we sit down and we talk about issues that are in our communities, trending topics, and we try to sit down at the King's Table Talk and come to some kind of understanding, or we even at least bring it out so that this way our text warriors can be over here and they can give a. So what you're actually witnessing is the conversation that goes on in the barbershop live on the internet. So these aren't my guests. This is a co-host Black Words and co-host Juan, aka Dexter St. Jacques. So that's who, and there's so many more of us. There's Ike Buzz, there's Cool Kim, there's Harlem Blue, there's we got Julius Caesar now, we got Forster, we got so many other people in here that make the show exciting when they're here, or when they're not here, still make the show exciting, and they don't leave negative comments in the text. So with that being said, you need to come check us out each and every Sunday at 5 p.m. And we got a dude named Punchline. That's what I'm gonna start calling him, Punchline. You know, every 5 minutes he wants to show how funny he can be, and then he leaves negative comments in the text. So with that being said, you need to come each and every Sunday. See, I'm always gonna get it, bro. You hear me? I'm always gonna get it. But we coming down to a close, fellas. This had to be one of our most calm shows. One of our most calm shows.
Yeah.
Our antagonists ain't here.
You know, sometimes I'm an antagonist. Sometimes.
No, you be saying, and you know me, I just said it to you earlier. Sometimes I be so, Juan, let me tell you, sometimes I be so scared with Black Words. And this is how I even explained this to my wife about you. I say, Black is a successful Black male. You know, he's been in a marriage. He has a successful job. He owns his own home. He's financially independent. So he is really protecting his what he worked hard for.
Yeah.
So I understand when he wants to hold women accountable and he just don't want to give things to women. That is natural. But sometimes I'd be so scared, bro. If you ever read his posts, some of his posts, I'd be saying to myself, "Oh God, I don't want him to come to Kings and start blasting on these women." I'm like, because our women is our biggest core. But I surely understand where you're coming from, and I don't want to hold that. By all means, do speak on it. But I just sometimes I'll be going, "Oh God, that's it. This next chick is gonna get it. God damn it." Let me tell you, yo, Juan, here's a little side bit. Let me tell you how wild your boy Black is. Black invites me to a group on Facebook. The Kingpin. the Kingpin.
Oh, yeah.
Clean
Oh,
space.
yeah.
So
Right.
when you get there, it says this room is for the men, blah, blah, blah. Scantily pictures of women. This is only for women barely dressed or whatever it says, but basically sexy women. There is 57,000 members in this group.
Damn.
All men.
Science factory.
So when you look at the media, like when you go to media and look through the pictures, bro, I gotta look at the pictures like this. I'm like,
Lock the bathroom door.
yo, bro. And it be some beautiful women. It be some beautiful. If you want in, let me know, bro. I'll invite you.
Yeah.
So Black.
We'll holler offline, maybe offline, but you know.
Yeah, offline. But listen, I shared a show in that group. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep.
So yeah.
Well, big shout out. So we are gaining traction. I will let you know that right now. We are gaining traction. We had 101. Hey, big shout outs for the Black Male Table Talk. We had 105 downloads last week with our podcast.
Okay.
So,
105 people downloaded it to listen to it. So big shout outs to those 105 people. I wish you 105 people would subscribe so that we can see who you are, because that's where the money is. The money is in subscriptions.
like and subscribe, y'all.
Yes, like and subscribe. Tell a friend. We had 105 downloads last week. And we're definitely like the views. What I really like, and he ain't here this week, but Buzz is definitely a character that people are responding to. Like we did that what do you call that? The versus thing with yeah. And people are lighting fuse on my man Buzz on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So what I really like is that people, no matter what our personalities are, I really like that people are attracted to some type of personality. And when I'm out of town, I told you people are asking all the time. So we are definitely doing it. We now have merchandise. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Not tonight though, because I got to run and do some things. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy some raw chicken, and I'm getting ready season and air fry some chicken.
Yo, it's the bomb, man.
Yo,
best invention they made in 20 years.
Yo, bro, how come nobody told me? Yo, you got an air fryer one?
I got an air fryer, and I got the pressure cooker thing. The one with you put it in it and it roasted it up for you and everything. You can make chili with it. You can make I put a whole pot roast in there one time. It's done in like 40 minutes.
Yo, bro, I got a steam cooker too, a pressure cooker too.
Steam pressure cooker, yep.
You know what I did with my pressure cooker? This I didn't know you ain't supposed to pull that little tab on the top of the press. Like there's a little tab to keep the pressure in. I didn't know. So when I turned the fire off, I thought you relieved the pressure by taking this little tab off. I said, "Oh, you must take this little tab off, and it'll relieve the pressure so you can open it." I didn't know, bro. I popped that fucking tab, and that pressure and that heat.
Oh my god!
Hey, yo, decorated the ceiling, splashed across the ceiling. Yo, I didn't know. I thought that's how you relieve the pressure. I didn't know you just unclick it and it'll all come out even.
Right. Man,
I hit that little tab. That's just bust. But yeah, air frying. Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, baby.
Oh, that's where it's at. If y'all don't know about air frying, you just season the meat. Pause. You don't even. I don't even use flour.
No, I don't use flour either.
Yeah, you season the meat. You put a little what do you call it? So non-stick, whatever your non-stick is, whether it's
spray with a little Pam.
If it's Pam, some people I saw people using butter, olive oil, whatever it is that you use, you just go ahead and air fry.
That's it. And walk away. You don't even have to worry about it.
No, you have to flip it. I flip it. Like after 10 minutes, I flip it so that this way it doesn't all cook on one.
Yeah, but it's going to ding for you because like chicken, for instance, right? You're supposed to start it with the skin down, right? You do the first 10 minutes, you flip it, do another 5, so it's nice and crispy. Yo, you can't go wrong. Lose out by the meat, season the meat, throw it in the fridge for when it's time for the air fry.
Come on, bro. Come on.
And then the meal is done. The meal is done in a half hour. It's done. The whole thing.
I know old housewives from the 40s hate us right now because we can go in the kitchen and cook just as good as they do. They made a career out of being a housewife and cooking dinner. We do it in 40 minutes. Thank you, technology.
I know, right?
We can close out our show, fellas. Anything you want to say? Because I do have a big closing today. Anybody? Anything you want to say?
No.
Go ahead, Juan.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, another place you guys can catch me at is Madman Radio. That's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday. You can catch us on 247film.tv. We also have a Facebook group. You can catch us on Why You Madison Radio on the Facebook network. You can also check us out on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, all of that, all of the podcast platforms. Where you at?
She actually said, and this is to let people know, she actually said if I can get 25 episodes of this, she'll put this up on 24/7 radio as well. .tv.com, .film, whatever. Good, Black Warriors, what you got going on? Oh. Big shout out to my girl, Sha Boogie. Her birthday tomorrow. Yeah. Her birthday is tomorrow. Big shout out to my girl, Sha Boogie. Love you to death. Black Kings Table Talk. Love you to death, mama girl. Thank you so much for doing what you do in the community and holding fort and bigging people up. And everything you do, may everything you do be the Midas touch and you bring yourself much success. Big shout out to my girl, Sha Boogie. Happy birthday to you. Go ahead, Black Words.
Yeah, I think besides the show, I've been thinking and pondering to write some ideas for another show and stuff like that. I've been caught up between calling it the Blue Room and thinking out loud. And so I don't know, I'll see a little different take or whatever. I guess it'll be more, it'll have a lot of stuff that we talk about, but I think it'll be more centered on dating and stuff like that. So,
well, let me say this to you. Mm-hmm. This podcasting is the way to go. There's big money in it, and it's still big money in it. You know what I'm saying? It's still big money. All it is now is about advertising and getting your material out there. So I got a couple of more shows that I want to start producing. I don't necessarily have to be on the show, but I want to start producing and putting it under my podcast house.
Under your platform.
Yeah, under the house that I'm building. Right. So if you can get inside podcasting, bro, and you got a concept and all that kind of stuff, by all means, I wish you the best success. And anything that I can do to help you, by all means, let me know, and I'll get you in there. What's going on with myself, ladies and gentlemen? First off, my birthday is November the 11th. I'll be here. We'll be here for next Sunday to what's the name. So
Veterans Day.
Yeah, Veterans Day.
Balling up.
So my birthday is November the 11th. I'll turn 51. I'm actually recording my very first comedy album, November 7th and 8th, ladies and gentlemen. And technically, I have sold out of all of my Sunday tickets, and all I have left is Monday tickets now. And these will definitely go. It's in one more week, November 7th and 8th. You guys definitely need to be a part of that. This is my very first comedy album. I said within the next 365 days, I'm going to be recording a comedy. I'm going to have 4 albums out. By this time next year, I will have 4 comedy albums out.
Cool.
So this is the first of 4. So with that being said,
it was Saturday show, so I can make it.
Well, there's no work Tuesday. It's election day.
Oh, not for me. That works every day.
So, well, listen, bro, come on out on Sunday. You know, I could squeeze in another ticket or 2. You know what I'm saying? Right. Come out Sunday. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all. We have had a great show. We've had a calm show. I tell you the truth, brothers. Every once in a while, this is great because the people get to hear us. And we've been joined today by Black Words and my man, Mr. Juan, Dexter St. Jock. And even right now, we got John O trying to get in, but he's not getting in. There's no way in hell I'm going to let John come in on the last 5 minutes of the show.
That's my man, yo. There's some funny content out there, though, too.
Yo, listen, knowing all the negative comments that he left in the text. Listen, if people don't even come and watch the show, they can scroll up and down the text and see all of his negative comments. And he wants to get on the show to say something. That will never happen. That will never happen. Yo, all of that he put there that people can scroll by and go, oh, let me see what people are saying. Oh, negative. Now he wants to come on and say a few words. Nah, that's not gonna happen at all. Enjoy your trip in New York, brother. Enjoy your trip in New York. Lorraine, my girl, Pretty Rude, thank y'all for joining in. Everybody, you know how I do. Let me sign off here first. Let's sign off of iTunes first. Thank y'all for joining in. Then let me sign off over here on Instagram. Thank y'all, Instagram. For
Instagram.
signing in. Thank you for signing in, Instagram. Y'all are the best. And then finally, right here, fellas, I want to thank everybody. Hey, fellas, see y'all next week.
Cool. See you.
All right.
Peace
Same
out,
time.
ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.